Hi guys, and welcome to your reading. My name is Joe, and this is the second channel I've started. I decided to start brand new. Anyways, I'm here to give you guys a message of the channel messages. Here comes the sun. So, if you're seeing this, you have gone through a lot of stuff, especially in the past couple years. You've been through a lot of hard things, a lot of things that, like, even like some supernatural stuff. Like, you've been through a lot of stuff, and you're always wondering, like, when is this gonna end? Is this ever gonna end? Is it like, what is going on? All that stuff. And you're always trying to find answers. Well, it's finally gonna come. Finally things are gonna start to make sense. Finally things are gonna, like, all that negativity is gonna start getting released. Okay, let me cleanse the energy. So let's go ahead and get in the cards and see what it is that your guides need you to know at this moment. Okay, all your prayers and all your stuff has not been unanswered. That's one thing for sure that they want you to know. So everything you've prayed for, everything you've longed for, it has not gone unanswered, even though at times it did feel that way. Okay, it did. And you felt abandoned, and you felt just like, am I making this up? No, you weren't. You were just being tested. And why do we gotta get tested? I don't know. All right, but here comes the sun. It's like, finally things are gonna start looking good. Remember, we're all on different timelines, so it could happen, a couple weeks from now, a couple months from now, stuff like that. But let's see what it is that you guys should be expecting, or what could have happened. You guys went through a really big phase where you felt like your dreams were broken. Even if you were always, like, really big on dreams and on, like, looking forward to things, you went through a time where your dreams were really broken and you felt like there was no way out. All right, like, you had a lot of creativity blocks. That tells me your sacral chakra was very blocked. All right, and you also had a lot of envious people. Hold on, let me get this closer. A lot of envious people around you. By now, I feel like you guys know who these envious people were, because you did have a falling out with some of these people. All right, you're gonna be entering a chapter in your life where it's gonna be a lot of financial dependence. All right, you're not gonna need for nothing. All right, you're gonna be very abundant, very self-sufficient. You're gonna have a lot of material security. All right, this could have taken a long time in the making. Even if you don't do anything in the 3D world to make money, trust me, there'll be a way that somehow, some way, there's gonna be a way of you coming into this. All right, you're very stagnant for a while. Also, Scorpio energy. You're very stagnant for a while. You also feared a lot of new beginnings, or you're fearing, like, repeating a lot of negative patterns. So maybe in the past you didn't make such wise choices. So you were scared of repeating these same negative patterns over and over and over again. All right. You're very, very stagnant for a while. And I feel like a lot of you guys tried to get rid of the stagnancy by, like, burning sage, Palo Santo, all sorts of stuff, but it didn't work. And it's because it was like a spiritual stagnancy. You could be becoming, you could be thinking of starting a business, or just, like, going up in the company you work in. And this is something that is in your destiny. You could also be a father or a mother. You could be very disciplined and focused in improving your life at the moment. Okay, Aries energy also. There's also something here about a long white beard. So you could have a long white beard, or someone you are around has a long white beard. You're going to be achieving peace and forgiveness, recovering, and your happiness is going to return. So this tells me you were very depressed and down for a very long time. So you were not feeling like yourself for a very long time, okay? You could have even tried to get psychological help. Like, you went through a very, very difficult time in your life that not a lot of people understood except yourself. Maybe like a handful of people, but you really did go through all of this by yourself, okay? You could have drank a lot while you were going through all this stuff. I mean, you could have gone through a lot of things by yourself on this. A lot of water signs, Capricorn, Pisces, and Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but you could have that in your birth chart. You could be very goal-oriented at the moment, or you will be soon. Very ambitious, loyal. You're going to have a lot of financial opportunities. A lot of your manifestations are going to be coming true. So you need to prepare for those manifestations. In order to do that, you need to clean out your space and make room for your manifestations. And that is a true thing. Like, you need to make space, like get rid of all the old stuff, all the old like things you don't need anymore, whatever. Make space for your new manifestations to come in, because that's usually how that works. And then you have Temperance here, which is Sagittarius energy. You're going to find a lot of balance, okay? Also take a spiritual bath. You're going to find a lot of balance. You're going to find a lot of like balance, self-control, a lot of solutions to your problems. What's this word? A lot of people wanting to help you out with a lot of things, okay? Also, if you have like a balcony or a garden or something like that, try to start growing some flowers. That's going to help out a lot. You're going to be coming back to reality. For a long time, you guys were like in the 5D, or you were not really here in reality. You're going to be coming back to reality. And you're going to be receiving a lot of clarity. You're also going to start seeing a lot of people around you that are snakes that should not be in your life. Some of you have already seen them and cut them out. Some of you are about to start seeing the people that you should not have in your life, because they're gonna stall your blessings, okay? You have a lot of beautiful blessings coming in for you, okay? And you need to get rid of all these snakes. All those you had a lot of missed opportunities in the past. A lot of things that, like, you missed these opportunities and you have no idea how. All these missed opportunities, you went through a lot of abuse, a lot of arrogance. That's something from the past. I feel like a lot of you guys have PTSD from this, but these are things from the past. These are things that are not going to be bothering you anymore, or should be bothering you anymore. All right? A lot of dishonesty, a lot of betrayal, a lot of lies, a lot of trickery. This is all from the past, okay? Like, you are going to be, a lot of people are going to start confessing things to you. A lot of truth are going to be revealed to you. And you're going to be turning a new leaf in life. And a lot of beautiful things are going to be coming in for you, okay? A lot of things that were kept in the dark are also going to be coming to light now. New beginnings, career opportunities. You're also going to be getting new career opportunities. So if at the moment you either don't have a job or you're not happy where you're working at, you're going to be receiving a new career opportunity, okay? This is something you manifested. This is something that's going to give you security and prosperity and a lot of stability and abundance, all right? A lot of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. And you're going to also be receiving a lot of new ideas, and they're going to be coming in through your crown chakra. So make sure you're paying attention and keeping a journal of things, okay? A lot of happiness, Leo energy, all right? All that sadness and gloominess and all that, that's all going to start to go away, all right? Something about horses, sunflowers. You may want to buy sunflowers and put them in your house, all right? A lot of happiness, vitality, fun, a lot of triumph. You're going to be manifesting at a very quick rate, a very rapid rate. Sorry, I can't see some of these. You're also going to be traveling a lot, so get ready for that. There's going to be a lot of travel and excitement. A lot of communication also coming in from someone you haven't heard from a while. And you're going to be starting to do things out of your solar plexus. So it's going to be things you love. So a lot of the things you are going to be doing are going to be things that you really enjoy doing. It's not going to be just things that you have to do because you have to do them. You know, there's going to be things that you're going to be loving to do. All right. Any financial loss or any financial hits you have taken, like if you've been unemployed or you've taken a lot of financial loss or you lost a lot of money, it's all going to come back to you. All these things are going to be coming back to you, okay? This comes after a long period of you going into hermit mode and keeping to yourself, like just thinking about yourself, self-reflecting, doing things like that, all right? And you also have some love coming in too. So if at the moment you're single, there is love coming towards your way, all right? And this is going to be a love, like a Romeo and Juliet type of love. Even if you stop believing in love, it is coming, all right? This love is coming your way. This is something you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for a very long time for things to change for you, okay? But you're going to be finding your direction and all this stuff. There's going to be a lot of expansion, foresight, new opportunities. Take any chance that you get, any chance that's given to you that seems good or feels good or feels like you should be taking it. You need to be taking these chances because these are good chances that you're supposed to be taking. You're going to be celebrated for all these things, okay? A lot of things are going to start changing you from now till Christmas. You're going to start seeing a lot of changes coming through. All right. Also, your heart chakra is also going to start to expand. So you're going to start to feel things a little bit more different. You're going to be receiving a lot of new ideas. You're also going to be getting a lot of communication from people in the past that you haven't heard from in a while. And you're going to be like, why are these people like contacting me? It's because your vibration has changed. When your vibration changes, people feel that and people feel the need to talk to you. It's like a weird thing that happens. I don't know. But all the fruits of your labors are going to be coming true. You've been planting seeds that you didn't even know you were planting, and now they're starting to grow. So anything that you've been planning or planting or whatever, it's going to start to grow. And this is your good karma. Okay, also you could have started working on a garden. That's just a side note. All right. You're going to be letting go of anxiety. I feel like a lot of you guys were suffering from anxiety or sleepless nights for a very long time. You're going to be letting go of that and you're going to be receiving clarity. And you're not going to be you were having a lot of delays for a very long time. You're going to be letting go of all these delays, okay? You're also going to be traveling a lot. There's travel in your future. Traveling, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of happiness, a lot of wholesome things coming through. And this is all your good karma, okay? You're no longer going to be in the dark when it comes to people or stalemates or stuff like that. So if you're single, you're not going to be like in stalemate situations anymore. You're actually going to find somebody that really gets you. Libra could be relevant to you. You're not going to be stuck in difficult choices, stuck in the middle. Like, you're going to actually be like, you're not going to be blindfolded to people anymore. Also, your intuition's picking up and so is your discernment. So you're going to be able to read people really fast. And then there's a lot of happiness coming in when it comes to love. You know, domestic bliss, harmony, reunions, a lot of contentment, a lot of peacefulness, emotional maturity, security. Okay, Pisces energy also. You're going to be releasing a lot of burdens that were never even yours to carry, okay? These were burdens other people put on you, if you know what I mean. All these burdens, you're going to be letting them go, okay? And all that is Saturn energy, so that karma is going to be returned to its rightful sender. You're going to be very optimistic from now on, all right? You're going to be releasing pain and just accepting things for what they are. All right. You're going to, if you have any sort of addiction, you're going to be overcoming any sort of addiction. You're also going to be feeling free and detaching from any sort of addiction that you had. An addiction can come in many forms. It could come in eating and like just, it's not just drugs and alcohol. Addiction comes in many forms. You're going to be releasing a lot of addictions if you had addictions, okay? Manifestations, a lot of your manifestations will be coming true. Anything you've been thinking of manifesting will be coming true. Also, if you've been manifesting communication from somebody, you will be receiving that communication. Also, Virgo energy. And then let's get one more card. Oh, we got two more. You won't be exhausted anymore. You won't feel defeated anymore. You're going to be very motivated, okay, again, and all of that. And then Scorpio energy. You won't be having these tower moments anymore where it's like one bad thing after the other, like no more catastrophes, none of that. It's like finally, like here comes the sun. And you're also going to be remembering something from the past, okay? There's going to be people from your past revisiting you again. You're going to be having a lot of nostalgia coming in. So you're going to have a lot of people from your past coming in. That's one thing that's for sure going to be happening, okay? Let's get a couple what's the tea and then we'll go. Someone's going to be crying over you. This could be an ex. Okay, this is somebody that could have had a really big ego. They could have put you in a love triangle. This person's going to begin chasing you now. And this person's going to want you back. Now it's up to you if you want them back, okay? They had a happiness hater in your relationship, which you knew about. You know who this person is, okay? This person's going to come back to you a little bit broke because they spent their money on dumb shit. And they feel very lonely at the moment. They could have talked a lot of shit about you. But you got fed up with it, okay? They're also spying on you on your social media and all your stuff like that, okay? And let's get some love messages. So if this person wanted to tell you anything, what would they tell you? Let's see. Okay, what they would tell you, if they could tell you anything, would be, hold on. Would be, I can't take it anymore. I'm better with my mind than with my heart, but I feel like you already knew that. And life without you is hopeless, dark, depressing. I miss your light. You have a certain light that a lot of people see and a lot of people envy. And, oh, well, they're going to have to deal with it. So those are the messages I have for you. I will be trying to post at least on my YouTube at least every other day. But also follow me on my TikTok. I will link it down below where I'll be posting even more. If you're interested in a personal, just go ahead and email me for that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. If you have any suggestions on any readings you would like to have, make sure to comment down below. I hope you guys have a beautiful day filled with love and peace. I love you guys a lot. And I'll see you on the next reading. Bye.